And we're here to answer, so you can pass it over.
Hi, my name is Colin McClean, and I'm an author of the book A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to My Career, 50 Simple Rules to Get the Job You Want. And I'm also a career blacksmith. Now, how many of you out there, before I talk about what I do exactly, how many of you would like to have more money in your bank account? If you want to say that, say I, right? How many of you would like to go into high school and have more friends and maybe have less teachers ragging on you all the time and making you feel horrible?
Of course.
Say I, yeah? How many of you want to have teachers which are horrible to you? Okay.
At least you know.
How many of you like to have better relationships with your parents, whereby your parents aren't nagging you consistently and you're getting opportunities like that? Wow. Exactly. So what I do as a career blacksmith is I mold and sculpt your minds to be successful. Now, I work with youth, I also work with adults. And for me coming into high school, I had no idea. I came from a horrible junior high school. It was a rough neighborhood. And does anyone know the Vietnam War? Yes. Well, they called it NAM. That's how bad the school was. There was more bullies than there was actually normal kids in there. And I went to high school, I had very low self-esteem, I was feeling horrible, I had my head down, and high school was like a blur. Then what happened is the Berlin Wall fell down, communism dropped, and I'm an old man, okay? Don't look it. But what happened was I said, let me go for business. So I go for business, and I go to school and everything at Centennial International Business, and I start working. But my true calling came when I had a near-death accident. And for me, that was when my girlfriend dumped me. Any of you have boyfriends or girlfriends or anything? No, not that long. You mentioned you will, right? So I thought this woman was the woman of my dream. I love, this is perfect and everything. And then she dumps me, right? And I'm feeling like a complete schmuck. Oh, I was too nice, was what she said. She wanted like a red, rough guy. But that's all mindset work, which I teach, right? Ladies, you want a guy who's going to teach you with respect. Men, the same way. Find someone to respect. It's kind of crazy, I get it. I agree. But I picked the wrong person. So I was heartbroken. I go to the gym, work out, and I get the worst guy ever to spot me. You know, doing the weights? Yeah. So I get Ramon. Ramon is a cross between Johnny Depp and maybe a Latino and a black parents. He's pretty cool, kind of suave. He goes, yeah, man, I got you. So I tell him my girlfriend dumped me. He goes, yeah, man, put on some more weight. Put on more weight. So he puts on 200 pounds of weights for me to bench press. I'm only 150 at the time. That's a lot of weight. And then I go to him, do you got me, Ramon? He goes, yeah, man, just push it all your pain. So I go like this, and if I was actually sitting there looking at him properly, I would see him looking at women over there doing aerobics. So I do the weights, and I lift it off, and then my girlfriend's mind, a picture of my girlfriend pops in like this, right? And I get relaxed, and the weight comes crashing down to my throat. I'm thinking, God, you gotta help me, because I'm gonna bite the bullet. And I remember, you ever see those movies, the near-death accident, whereby you're falling in the grave, you're falling, the person's looking in? What happened to me? So I found myself falling in a grave, and I looked up, and then I see a couple people. I see my mom crying, I see my sister crying, my father crying.
When you were unconscious?
No, the weight hasn't come to me yet. It's a split second. You see your whole life flash. I didn't see anything, right? And then what happens is, here I am, and I see this one head pop up, and it's Ramon, like this to me, and I'm thinking, crap. So the weight shifted, miraculously, from here to here, bounced back in his hand, and goes, man, you look like a rubber band. So that's what happened to me, whereby I said, you know what, I'm not living my life to the fullest. I've been living a small life of pain, and then I started getting more extreme. So things I've done is stuff like this, where I've done the edge walk. That's me. And then flying a plane. And then next is skydiving. That's what I did after I had the accident. And driving like a Ferrari on a racetrack.
So you started doing this when the weight following.
So after I had a chance to live, I said, you know what? I wasted all my teenage life and my young adult life feeling sorry for myself, feeling stuck, not taking chances. So I have 3 principles: grow, overcome, achieve. What are the 3 principles? Grow, overcome, and achieve. And when you're able to grow and overcome and achieve, you'll start having more success in your life. So I could have maybe joined more clubs at high school. I could have had more confidence. I could have got more dates and stuff, but this limited mindset I had before I had the accident stopped me. So I'm encouraging you to really, grow and achieve, right? So when you get into any situation, grow and overcome and achieve, and you can do anything. So 0 to hero, you can live a successful life. Doesn't matter if you're being a doctor, lawyer, accountant, media. You have to surround yourself by growing yourself with the right people, growing yourself with self-development, growing yourself in having confidence. Because when you have confidence, life's going to knock you down all the time, but the confidence is going to pick you back up. Hang with wings, not anchors. Do you know what I mean by that? Okay, so wings are the people who are going to lift you up. The anchors, the people, you've seen them. The friends, so-called friends that say, oh, you're no good, you're ugly, you're stupid, that kind of stuff. Lose those people because they're not going to help you. Hang with angels, pretty much, because they're going to lift you up to get you back up. And that's how you become successful. Any questions? Yes?
So did you go to the gym after that?
Yeah, I did. Because it's about growing, overcoming, and achieving. Because if I could have had a choice of oh, the gym's evil, it's a horrible thing, but that was my stupidity whereby I got too relaxed, had thoughts of my ex-girlfriend come in mind, and then not being safe, and I almost killed myself. So that was a wake-up call for me. And I had other stuff in my life happen. I remember, you know what, you had a second chance being put on this planet. Make sure you go through it. Go through the pain to get the gain in the end. And that's what I teach.
Any questions? Yes.
Yeah.
So you said you're an author now?
Yeah, author, and I'm also a career blacksmith who works with people one-on-one. So, for example, maybe you're looking for work and you're stuck, and you're sending your resumes out, no one's finding out what's going on. So I teach people how to network. You should talk to people, making connections, networking, who knows who refers you. I teach people how to have confidence, because if you go into an interview and you have no confidence and you're feeling, oh, hope I get this job, no one's going to hire you, plain and simple, right? So I teach people, and my last client I had, she believed in her mind that she was a failure. And what happens when you think you're a failure? What happens? How do you start acting around people? Horribly, you're not really engaging, you're not
Your
have
head
confidence.
is down. And, yeah.
She was. So I taught her how to teach her story in her head of who she was. And the story was, I'm a failure. Then a new story was, I'm in my niche, so she's doing what she's supposed to do, and she has value. What happens when you think you have value, when you feel you have value, and feel appreciated? What happens?
You love yourself?
You love yourself, and people want to be around you. So when you have more confidence, people want to be around you. Opportunities come like this. When you're thinking you're horrible and you're a loser, people go away from you, right? So that's what stuff I teach. And she got the job. She's working, making more money. I got her husband employed. He's making money as well. And it's a beautiful thing. So I help people overcome the challenges by what? Growing and achieving. Beautiful. Thank you.
When you were younger,
Yep.
did you ever think that you wanted to become an author?
No, I was dyslexic, I think, and ADD, and I remember my third grade teacher said that I should fail the fourth grade.
Wow.
And I remember feeling horrible and thinking I wasn't good enough, and that's where that stuff, cycle of not, woe was me, I'm not good enough, head down in high school, all came from this third grade teacher I had. And I didn't think it was possible, but the near death said, you know what, anything's possible.
Where's that teaching now?
I don't know what. I went back to that school, and it was a reunion, 50-year reunion, and she wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was that.
He did.
No. You know what? Go.
Wow.
There's people in life which are good and bad, and sometimes those people which have done bad things to you are the ones that maybe make you better, because you want to be able to go back to them and say, you know what, I succeeded, right? But you got to believe, and once again, grow, overcome, achieve.
And keep doing it. Start now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.